What is that fluffy white stuff outside?
Snow!
It snowed last night. What kind of day do you think we should have since there's snow outside?
Snow day!
Maybe play in the snow?
Yeah! And they're on top of the cars, even yours.
It is? Oh dear.
Winter is my favorite season.
Why?
It's because some years at Ohio, when I come to Ohio, I love playing in the snow.
It doesn't always snow when you're here, but it did this time. What's up, YouTubers? I'm Cassandra Joy, and it snowed in Ohio! Hello! So we decided to have a snow day, because of course, now that the sun came out, it's melting a little bit, but that's not gonna stop us from having fun. Ah, no! Hey, you stinker! I gotta get my gloves on so I can get you back.
I'll be on this one.
Ah! Hey! Excuse you. This is hard. No! No! Stop it! No! Right, ready, Aria? You gonna do one with me?
I'm gonna be here. 1, 2, 3. You gotta guess which one's the best.
Both doing good. Your angels are bleeding together.
Oh, look at those! We did good, Peach. Let's go look at the creek and see if it's frozen. Nope, the water's still going. I bet that water's cold though.
It's enough for a penguin.
Would you want to swim in it? Me neither. There's one angel.
2 angels.
You can tell I have a wider range of motion for my arms.
Yeah, your arms are longer. Whose is better, mine or Daddy's?
Cassie has a longer string. It has bigger wings. So I think Cassie wins.
Yay! Should we do it again?
Yeah, you're the judge now.
Okay. Oh, what great angels! Wow. I think Daddy wins this one.
Yay!
Look at all the other ones we did.
It's just a fleet of angels.
A group of angels is called a choir.
Pointed area. Now, Cassie, you pointed area with snow. You're not a judge.
You're not judge.
Pick a spot. Okay. I'm flying faster than you.
No, I'm flying faster than you.
So are you. All right, Daddy, who won?
I say that's a tie.
A tie.
Now, which one do you like best?
All right, on your mark, get set, go.
Hey, you get out of my angel.
Trying to get the shot.
Snow gown, stay out of it.
Oh, these are some good-looking angels. I vote Aria. No, not Daddy. Aria. No, not Daddy. Aria.
Cassie?
Uh-huh.
Gotta show Daddy. Say good job.
Oh, you have to say good job and not be a bad loser.
Good game. Gonna walk past and take the game. Good game, good game, good game, good game.
On your mark, get set, go! Go, go, go! Ah! What do you two think you're doing? Ah! Hey! No, don't get me!
Yes, get you.
No!
Yes.
Don't get me. Ah! Hey! Ow! Oh, I just get grass every time.
I know, right? There's not much snow left.
Get Daddy.
Hey, Daddy, come here a minute.
No, I'm okay.
I have something to show you.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, come here.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you have to show
I just
me?
have something to show you.
I'm not. Wait, wrong movie.
Come on, Daddy.
There's not much.
Come here.
Huh?
Here,
No, I don't trust you. No, no, no! Back inside now. I'm gonna try to do something with my hair. I think I'm just gonna wet it and scrunch it because that feels like the easiest thing to do. We just got the notification that we're about to be hit with a snowstorm. Snow is supposed to start today in about an hour, and then later on this evening it's gonna be ice and snow, and we're scheduled to get quite a few inches, which aesthetically is going to be super magical and exciting. Practically, it's going to be a bear. So I'm rushing a bit, trying to look presentable so that I can go pick up some groceries. I did a last minute, ooh, I should probably get this before the storm hits, grocery order, and I got the notification that they're ready early, which is nice. So I thought I would do this really fast and take you with me. I know it's the new year and everyone is talking about resolutions and goals and things they'd like to accomplish in the new year. I have those too, and I'm going to talk about those a little later. But is anybody else feeling just a little bit tired, a little bit weary? I don't know where this sense of overwhelm is coming from because I've had a week off work, which has been wonderful. Yes, I have a to-do list waiting for me when I clock in Monday morning, but it's nothing I can't handle, nothing that is out of my realm of abilities. I think part of it is seeing everybody tidy their homes and starting fresh. And with my niece here, I haven't had 2 seconds to myself to do any of that. Not complaining. Being present and prioritizing her is far more important. But I also think something people aren't talking about is the lack of motivation people are feeling coming the new year. I think it's expected for everybody to gear up all their energy to do a huge start of the new year clean and declutter and tidy. Take down all your Christmas decor, strip your house bare, start fresh. Make a list of all the projects you want to tackle. And it's like, it's still winter. This is the season where everything in nature is resting. Why do we expect anything less of ourselves? Why do we expect action and high energy from ourselves instead of allowing us the ability to just chill? I don't know, I go back and forth between whether high productivity in the winter is a good thing, but I think it can cultivate the perfect storm of guilt and not enoughness, which is not something I want to start the year off feeling. And yet I am, because I'm seeing all these other people being way more productive than me, showcasing this high energy attitude when my body is still in winter rest mode. Let me know your thoughts. What kind of start of the year person are you? How do you feel about all of this high energy stuff in the middle of winter? While you're doing that, I'm gonna go change my footwear because I don't want to leave in my slippers. Bundle up against the cold and head to Aldi to pick up my groceries. I love my new coat. This is so warm.
Good.
That was the perfect Christmas gift. It's not bulky, I can move in it, and it keeps me super warm. Thank you. Thanks, Santa. Santa baby, stick a winter coat under the tree for me. Thankfully you can't see. My camera is very broken. It may or may not have fallen during our playing in the snow escapade, and it didn't fall in a way where it should have broken, but it did. So I'm now looking into getting a new camera, which is not cheap, but needs must. So let's get this car warmed up. Just got my Aldi order and I decided that I wanted to grab some steak and shake for lunch. I don't know why that sounded so good right now, but it just did. I think because we're gonna be holed up in the house for probably the next few days because of the storm. I just wanted something hot to eat, you know? I was also trying to think through why I feel so listless. I know part of it is probably because we have so many holidays in a row. We have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas, and then we have New Year's, and then we have nothing until Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day doesn't apply to me. I think we have so many magical moments lined up. When it's all done, you're kind of like, now what? The decorations go away, your house is bare and kind of boring again. There's no special events to look forward to. So instead, we put this huge list of to-dos on ourselves. We call them resolutions or goals, but let's be honest, it's a to-do list, most of which we don't even stick to anyway, in order to give ourselves some sort of mission, some sort of action plan to make us feel a little less lost. This may not be how you feel, this is just how I feel. And that's not to say I don't have goals that I would like to implement in the new year. I think I would really like to prioritize above all else, still celebrating the magic of winter. Just because Christmas is over and those big holidays are done, doesn't mean the magic is. Feel free to let me know your thoughts about it in the comments. Maybe I am the odd one out here. I'm just feeling a little lost right now, a little listless, like a ship in the middle of the sea without an anchor or a sail to guide it. I think it's because of all of the holidays being done and feeling that peer pressure to have all of my stuff together with my goals and resolutions and my plan for the new year. Okay, pausing my musings. I'm about to pull up and get my food. Back home, lunch has been had. The day has gotten darker, if you can believe it. We're expecting snow any minute now. So that'll be fun to cozy up with of an evening. I have fixed myself some coffee. Decaf with some lactose-free eggnog included. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out of my eggnog. I stockpiled it because I knew it would stop being produced after Christmas and I cannot get any more. And that's what makes my coffee taste so good. I may have to just make a weekly batch of eggnog because I tried my coffee without it. It's not very good. And then just to be fully transparent with you, I have been snacking on these. These are the dark oat milk Lindor chocolates. These have been my holiday obsession and I really need to stop buying them because I'm eating far too many. But they're just so good. I put them in the fridge so that they harden and then you eat them and they're just I got my groceries put away from Aldi, but one of you commented that Aldi had their planners out. Thank you so much for telling me that because I included a planner in my purchases. Can we just take a second to look how pretty this cover is? It's Cassie pink. It has all the coral colors. Love it. It comes with so many stickers that I always forget to use. I'll have to try to remember to use them, even if it's just for a different project. I want to use them. This planner is a little different than the one I had last year, but it's by the same company, so a lot of the same elements that I love still apply. They just look a tiny bit different. So January says, dream big, start small. I love that, and I feel like that's very on theme with today's vlog. It also has this section for goals and lists. I like that it allows you to combine home and work. This will most likely be my work planner, but I like that I have the option of including home stuff in it too. Monthly expenses, that's something that my old planner didn't have. And then this is what I like, having the individual days listed out so that I can put my to-do list in each one. Because whenever you just have the calendar squares, that's not enough room for me to write down all of my to-dos. So that's why I really like this format a lot. And then at the back it has a little folder you can put loose leaf items in. That's so great, I have my Aldi planner for the year, yay! I will definitely be transferring everything I've put into my temporary planner into my real one. Speaking of planners, I do have a personal one that's a lot smaller that I wanted to utilize for social media things, content creation. I feel like last year was a bit of a free-for-all in regards to planning when I upload, what I upload. It just wasn't very thought out, and I'd like to be a little more strategic this year. So before I get started with the nitty-gritty stuff, I do want to talk about this product that has honestly saved me so many mistakes. I've used it for the past year, so I can honestly say they're tried and true. They are these erasable markers. I got them off of Amazon. They're super affordable. I'll link them in the description box for you. They're missing a few because I have some strewn about here, there, and everywhere, but they come in a rainbow of colors. And I love the fact that it has an eraser at the top. Clear bit is the eraser. And when you write like normal, and if you make a mistake, oh, erase that, and it's gone. I swear by these pens. I use them every single day, usually for work, but sometimes for other projects as well. Absolutely love them. Will be repurchasing again when they run out of ink. But they've lasted me a year and they're still going strong, so I figured I'd mention that in case any of you also like to write perfect but also make mistakes a lot. Now let's talk about my personal planner. This I got from Amazon. It was on sale for $5, I think, when all was said and done. There was a coupon I could apply, and now that it's January, I can officially start planning. So up here it says top priorities, and I wrote down apply for summer festivals because I'd really like to start selling Joy Club merch at festivals throughout the summer. I may not be able to do every single weekend, but I'd really like to do a few and see how they do as far as marketing, return on investment. And for anybody who's confused, the Joy Club is my little business. I make clothing designs and I stick them on t-shirts, pillowcases, mugs, tote bags, sweatshirts, anything you can name, I can probably put a design on it. The next thing I wrote down is plan out content for YouTube, and also plan out content for Instagram and TikTok. Today, I really want to focus on YouTube. Obviously, I can plan everything until the cows come home, but none of that matters if you don't want to watch it. You who's watching right now, thank you so much for doing that, by the way. Those of you watching right now, your opinion matters here. So I'd love to give you the opportunity to comment down below anything you'd like to see in video form for the new year. I know what works for my channel, algorithm wise, and that is primarily thrifting. Another thing that seems to be doing well is talking about singleness. Not only blew up in a way I didn't expect, but resonated with so many of you. So that tells me that there's an audience for that topic, and I'm not gonna say I'm an expert in giving advice on singleness, but I do have a lifetime of experience. So if that's something you'd love me to talk about more, I'm more than happy to do that. A lot of you, surprisingly, actually asked me to incorporate more devotional chats and Bible talks, and that was really shocking. I talk about my relationship with God on here quite often. It's never my main focus of what I film about, but it's never out of the picture because God is just as much a part of my life as my best friend. So thank you for those of you who asked for that, because I will definitely keep that in mind when planning for New Year content. That's basically what I'm gonna be trying to focus on in the new year. Day in the life vlogs, obviously, those aren't going anywhere. I'd love to bring back the Chats with Cass episodes that I used to do. So if there's a topic of conversation that you'd love me to expand on, it can be really niche, it can be really broad. I would love some audience participation on that front because I want to make sure what I'm talking about is something you want to hear. Hopefully that gives you all a loose idea of what I'm planning for content creation. Let's move on to New Year resolutions and goals. I'd like to start out by saying I have a real issue with the word resolutions because it's so finite. I feel like goals have a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more wiggle room. A resolution is too much. I don't personally like resolutions because as a human, I'm going to change and fluctuate and adjust as I need to. Maybe I'm having a bad day and the resolution I promised I would stick to doesn't apply to that day. But a goal, which is a thing that can ebb and flow and take on different forms, is far more approachable. Before I chat to you about my specific 2025 New Year goals, I want to take a few minutes to type them all out in Notion. I don't know about you, but I'm a list kind of girl. I like having something where I can add to and take away. So once that's done, I'll have the specifics of what I want to chat to you about, and we'll go into some of my goals for the new year. All right, I just gave this AI tool all of my goals for the new year, and it itemized them for me. So let's copy them onto a new page. Okay, so I've been playing around with this for a few hours, as is probably obvious because it's now in dark mode. So the colors are going to be a little bit off, but that's okay, you'll get the idea. This is also not its final form. I will be playing around with colors and formatting, but this will give you an idea. So something I'm trying to embrace this winter is my soft girl era. This is where you take life at a slower pace. You're prioritizing rest. You're focusing on indoor activities that are calm and quiet. Obviously in the summer, that's different. You're more active, you're go, go, go. Winter is designed to be a season of rest, and I really want to prioritize embracing that. I have quite a few goals for the Joy Club. I need to plan new designs for a potential spring collection as well as a summer collection. And then I've given myself space to add some to-dos. Next is content creation. This last year, I didn't really have a plan as far as what I uploaded and when I uploaded. It was kind of a free-for-all. And this year I'd like to take YouTube and Instagram and TikTok a lot more seriously. So my goal is to post 3 long-form videos on YouTube weekly. Obviously, I'm allowing for life to happen, and I'd like to post at least 1 short-form content weekly on both Instagram and TikTok. I also have some author goals that I'd like to meet this year. Not only do I want to prioritize writing itself, I always come up with some excuse as to why I don't have time. If I just give myself 15 minutes a day, that's doable, that's approachable. That doesn't feel like too big of an ask. At the time I'm filming this, I'm also going to be sending in my chai project to a professional editor tomorrow. I'm so excited! Her name is Samantha. She's kind of become an online friend over the course of us chatting and me hiring her as my editor, so I'm very excited for that to happen. While she's in the process of editing my manuscript, which will take about a month, I want to make sure I'm researching publishing agents in the small town romance genre, which is what my chai project is. Agents are basically the bridge to get you in the room with publishing houses. You can't really do that on your own unless you're just some one-of-a-kind worldwide sensation. Definitely not when you're a first-time author. And then after I research these agents, I want to pitch my manuscript to them. There's a lot that goes into that, but I'll leave it at just that for now. On the same line of, I don't have time, I have some reading goals that I'd like to meet. I try to read before bed, but I end up falling asleep. I don't have time during the day, or I think I don't. I can't listen to words being spoken while also writing words. It just doesn't work with my brain. So I'm thinking, since I have such a bad habit of eating at my desk and eating in my office during 2 out of the 3 meal times a day, I'm gonna tackle 2 birds with 1 stone and read during meal times while also eating away from my desk. That is a goal I would really like to prioritize this year because I've really gotten into the bad habit. House goals! I have a fair few of these. I don't think I've talked about this online yet. I have a really big goal. It may not be met this year, but this year is going to be the year of saving. I would like to purchase a house for myself, whether it's pre-existing or whether I build it myself. I would preferably like a duplex, and the reason for that is because I would like to live in half of it and rent out the other half. That way the rent that I earn covers most, if not all, of the mortgage. I'm trying to do this as smart as possible. So I need to research money saving tips. If I buy a pre-existing house, there's research that goes into that, but I would love to be able to buy an acre or 2 of land. I'd love to build a barn dominium because that is a lot cheaper than a quote-unquote real house and often can be a lot bigger. I would obviously split that into 2 to make it a duplex. And then I've heard a lot about farming loans that can save you a bit of money, so I want to deep dive into that a little bit more. But basically, as long as you grow something on your property, even if it's microgreens, which is very doable, it's basically a house plant, they'll help you pay for your barn, for your house, for your land. So I don't know if I'll go that route, but it's worth looking into. Next is health. I feel like everybody has a health section during the new year. Mine, I've tried to simplify into very actionable steps. I want to cook 2 of my 3 meals daily. That's sometimes hard for me motivation-wise, but I want to work toward that. Even if that means setting aside a day on the weekend to meal prep so that I don't have to cook throughout the week. I want to make sure I take my supplements regularly. I'm great in the morning and I forget in the evening. I'd like to reduce my processed foods. I've been getting a little into those since the holiday season kicked off, and I'd like to get back on track with that. I also need to take hourly breaks because thanks to my ADD, I get really sucked into work and I forget to get up from my desk for like the whole day. In alignment with that, I want to include a daily movement activity. This can be stretching, resistance training, walking, just something. I'm not looking into HIIT workouts or cardio routines. I want this to be very approachable and not overwhelming. Because I sit so much for both work and for my hobbies, movement really needs to be part of my routine. Loft living, I have a lot to say about this. In summary, I'd like to prioritize keeping my loft manageable. Messes get away from me really easy. It's just something I struggle with, so I'd like to prioritize taking 15 minutes, very doable, not overwhelming, 15 minutes to tidy or declutter or clean. I also would like to prioritize a monthly gal pal hangout in my loft, complete with crafty activities, snacks, movies, whatever the mood calls for. Because if you have a friend over, you're more likely to keep on top of your home, or so I've heard. So I'd like to put that into practice and see if it works. But I love hosting. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I never do it because my loft is always too messy. So maybe the two will help motivate each other. And those are my goals for 2025. I tried to keep them really approachable. I wanted them to feel like I could actually accomplish them. I didn't want them to be too lofty, too out there. For instance, I would love to have the goal of traveling to a new place every single month, but I know with my finances, that's not doable. So obviously I didn't include that goal in my 2025 goals. Basically, I'm trying to cultivate better habits. I don't know what the future holds or what it's gonna look like, but I wanna make sure that in the meantime, I'm stewarding what I have. I'm cultivating good habits. I'm cultivating good life routines so that whenever whatever comes, I'm ready for it. This is kind of a year of preparation. I obviously have a lot of life goals that I'd like to meet, and they're not gonna happen immediately. There's a lot of time in between now and achieving them. So in the meantime, I have a lot of work to do. Self-work, financial work, health work, life work, work. So breaking down these goals into something that feels achievable is key for me. I know this will be interesting for a lot of you just because you all are invested in my life and what happens, but what I really hope is that it's helpful and inspirational to someone. I'm not someone who has my life all together. It doesn't come naturally to me to be on top of things, so it takes that much more effort for me to emulate that. So we'll see. I have a lot of goals listed out here. All of it will take work. All of it will take dedication. Hopefully, all of them will be worth it. I just spent a wonderfully cozy evening watching Hallmark movies with my mom and planning out content for the month of January. I basically just went on YouTube, did a little bit of research, tried to find things that were really resonating with people, subject matter wise, and I think I've come up with quite a list to choose from. Only got a couple days to fill out still, but I'm gonna save that for another day. I hope this dreaming for the year vlog was not just fun, but also inspirational and insightful and gave you an idea of what really goes into having a YouTube channel and trying to make it the best you can be, as well as letting you know that goals for the new year don't have to be huge, monumental tasks that feel almost impossible to achieve. They can be broken down into really bite-sized, approachable to-dos. Take it from somebody who has repeatedly bit off more than she could chew and realized her mistake midway through January. That approach doesn't work for me, but hopefully this one will. Before you all sign off, let me know in the comments, what are some of your New Year goals? I'm curious to know what you guys are planning to get up to in the new year. But with that, I'm gonna leave the vlog here and go to bed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.